Purchase your tracks today. Rock Legion.
What up, B? First we got Lady B up in here. What up, Lady B?
Hey.
About to get started. Got this little instrumental play. Y'all know the upcoming hit though. They don't know. What's up, Trey?
Purchase your
Trey in
tracks
here.
today.
Y'all in here, please hit that like button. Please share with as many people as possible before we get started. I don't like people coming in late. They be like, dang, hey, what y'all talking about? What's going on? So we can give y'all a little time to pop through. What up with you though, Trey Money? Where you been at, man? Trey might want in on this one. I don't know, man. This
Trey in. Trey in.
Yeah, we got to send Trey the link. Trey, you want in? Let me know, man. We're gonna give some people some time. Not y'all missed part one. Part one was mostly the fellas.
Can we share it on Facebook? Because I don't see no kind of way. Can we share it on Facebook?
You can share it with everybody. I tagged y'all in it. If you on your phone, you probably can't see it. I'm sharing it with everybody now. Kenny and I'm sharing it. Get my man Sliggy Woo in here. That's probably why y'all can't see me on camera yet. I'm gonna be on it in a second. I'm just getting everybody. My girl Kimberly Miley.
Miley. I love the way she say your name. Can't nobody say it like her.
Yeah, Miley. Oh, okay. We got Rico up in here. What up, Rick? Oh, he loading up. Give you some time. Her said she gonna pop in. Jan is still at the airport, so she said she not gonna be able to tune in live, but she gonna be in the comments though. So make sure I send her the show. So we gonna have a good one. I'm at 4 platforms. We're on YouTube, Twitter, and we're on my company Facebook and my personal Facebook. I think it's a way if y'all want to go to my Facebook, y'all can add as well.
That girl is moving. I'm so happy you moving, girl. I can't wait.
Can't wait. Hey, they was on fire last week, man. The man was on fire.
Yeah,
they definitely was on fire.
I needed the women to come on here, fired up, ready.
Oh, you already know that is. You give people some time though. It's something about Facebook when you first go live. It's like nobody really knows. About 10 minutes in, everybody popping through. What's going on?
Yeah.
So it's cool. We got
kind of how it go.
How y'all doing though? What's up with you, Reek, man? You ready for this talk?
Hey. Man, always, you know what I'm saying? Chop it up is always a plus. Oh shit, where's my phone going? All right, there we go.
What up, everybody? What up, Trey Money?
Trey, happy hour.
Yeah. You already know she in her happy hour jam. You already know it's gonna get started. I'm gonna start this first one off before we get some people in here, like I normally do. It's this, man. It's so much stuff happening though. It's this preacher though. He went viral. He was talking to a woman in there. He was telling her basically why he felt like she ain't got a man and why she's single, you know. And everybody definitely, man, we always say that's why one might be single, that's why, but he fought her for being single. And I want to know how y'all feel about it. You know, we talking about the ladies today. The ladies gonna take on the show. Y'all give us y'all input on this, but I want y'all to check this out. Rico, I'm coming to you last. You know, you get your opinion as a man, but this how he feel. And this is the pastor of a church. You know, all men don't feel like this, but this one man that I know hold a lot of weight in the church. Meaning when he says something, people listen, they follow, they believe a lot of things that he say. Don't mean they wrong, but I just can't get with this. What y'all thought?
Too single.
I want a clip.
It's your fault. A woman should just shut up and look cute and nod your head. It's your fault. Who want me to critique them right now on the spot? You do. Come here, right here. Come right here. Now she said she gonna do this, didn't she? Did I call her out? Did she come on herself? All right, so you need to lose weight. Find a good bra. You need to go to Intimates. It's called Intimates. I took my wife. My wife knew nothing about anything. My wife knew nothing because she came from a family who didn't know anything about anything. I took my wife to a place that they have. We don't buy bras at Victoria, not black women that got large breasts. So you need to get your bra made. And it's not that expensive. No, baby, you get a good bra. It's almost like having a breast lift. Too single.
Almost like having a breast lift. I don't know who rolling up, but it sounds good. But you can start with the ladies right there. I don't know who wanted first, lady, B or Nene, but basically this pastor saying that this girl, you know, most of these women, they single because it's their fault. She need to lose some weight. She need to find a better bra, better dress, better outfit. And I guess this is where being honest, you know, somebody, that's his opinion as well, though. But what y'all thoughts on this? Y'all the ladies, y'all let me know. What's your thoughts, Lady B? He's like, you ready? You fired up.
I can't stop laughing.
Okay, first of all, not all men think like him. There are men who love us fluffy girls. And every time I step out the door, I make sure all of me is correct. So that's just that one man's opinion. He can't speak for every man, just like one woman can't speak for every woman. So those are his thoughts, and he need to keep them to himself because that's what his eyes see. People often say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. That's what you see. If you don't like it, close your eyes and keep it moving.
Close your eyes and keep it moving. What's your thoughts, Nick? Nick was over there dying laughing. Happy hour.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Come on, man.
I wasn't ready for that, fam. But listen, I have to agree with my cousin. She really said it all. I agree, totally agree. Because at the end of the day, even if he feel that way, he has every right to express himself between him and his wife. But to go in front of a church members and say something like that in front of everyone, he wrong on every level. He is so
on
wrong.
every level.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really poor now.
I'd have fired him up.
He's so wrong. And I'm not saying he's not wrong for what he's saying. It's how he's saying it and the place he's saying it at. It's a time and place for everything. And that just was not the right time nor the place. You know what I'm saying? So with that, but he messy. He's real messy. And for all those grown people sitting there listening to it, and I'm looking at his wife like, for real though? For real?
Yeah, that was
tough. It was total disrespect. There's a time and a place for everything. Come on, man. That'd be like his wife getting up in the pulpit saying, "Oh, you don't satisfy me in bed."
Right.
I mean, let's keep it real.
He wasn't like that. Hey, that's tough. And he said this woman came from a family that ain't know nothing. I know if I was part of that family, I'd be like, hold on, he talking about us.
Right.
None of us know. Like, he just shitted on the whole family. I mean, but it's people. He believed it. This is how he really feel, though. How you feel about that, Rick? He feel like he probably was being honest with the women, but he came off a little harsh or a little too honest. And sometimes, like I was told, you got nothing nice to say, just don't say it at all. But what was your thoughts?
All right.
shit.
Say
I think
nothing.
I think he is well versed in knowing exactly what he did. He has that entitlement spirit that I see with some pastors. It's like, yeah, you got the microphone, yeah, you got the opportunity to tell the truth, but it's how you serve it. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest
Exactly.
thing. You know what I'm saying? If you serve me a steak and shrimp and lobster on a trash can lid, a dirty trash can lid, I'm not gonna want to eat it. You put peanut butter and jelly on a rose-colored glass and all that other stuff. It's how you present it. The truth is the truth. Now he was doing something constructive, but he wound up being more destructive, trying to be constructive. So he need to get his act together. That was a little bit
Yeah.
too
Amen.
harsh. Yeah, it's too harsh, too
It
blunt.
was disrespectful. If he was
Oh,
gonna critique her, he could have took her. You want her to have all that stuff? Take her. Say, look, this is where you can get your bra. Let me help you out, sister. You don't do that
Yeah.
in front of everybody.
everybody.
You put her on the
Nobody
spot.
likes to be embarrassed. Number one.
Ah,
So you use your tongue correctly because that judgmental tongue is extremely harsh. You know what I'm saying? Now, how these women done proceeded after this situation like this that done went viral, it's something that's traumatic. You know what I'm saying? After a while, it's like, oh Lord. But on the upside, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna see and maybe learn from this to be like, come on, you don't put anybody out there like that. You know what I mean? But the same thing, be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. So you know what I'm saying? You walking up there with a fool, a fool gonna say some dumb shit.
All right. I mean, and for me, that goes back to body shaming. My thing is, you talk about people if they too skinny, if they too big. I mean, let people live their life. Period.
Exactly.
We always wanna put our 2 cents in it, but if they're not unhappy with themselves, leave people be.
exactly.
Period.
Hey,
If
it
they
ain't
ask
just
for
in that. It ain't just in that community neither. That's why we gonna move on. Cause it's crazy. It's a girl. I don't know. Y'all probably seen her. She went viral. Like she worked at Costco's, and they told her basically she got on the right uniform, but she got the wrong body shape for it. And when you see this girl, you be like, okay, like let me see her. Now you see her, it's like she actually getting baddie shamed for having a baddie. Like they don't even like that her baddie is too much for the uniform. So they told her she gotta wear baggy clothes. So it's
That's
just black
crazy.
women. It's something that a lot of black women dealing with. I don't know. I'm gonna play a little
Do
clip.
I look inappropriate for work? My dress code is a polo and dress pants or jeans, no rips. I'm dressed appropriately. However, I was called into the office because I don't have the right body shape. I cannot help my body shape. I got a verbal because of my body shape, and I was told I need to wear bigger clothes. I don't appreciate being body shamed. I'm being body shamed. They don't know what I went through in my life and the trauma that I went through to have to deal with being body shamed at work. All I want to do is work.
And I'm not being dramatic, but you pulled me away from doing my job to tell me that I have the wrong type of body to wear the clothes that I'm wearing. I have on regular dress pants. And your excuse was the men in the tire shop and the boys keep stopping and looking at me. That's not my fault. You don't know the type of hell I had to go through my whole life just for how I look. You don't know what type of mental trauma I might have from having to be misunderstood for me to come to work to have to hear, oh, you have the wrong body shape, to wear the right clothes though, because I'm in dress code.
Man, she's in dress code, but she got thick. She thick down bottom, so I think that's what they don't like. A lot of women, I see the white women, all the women wearing tight pants now. Even the little workout pants. But if all the other women wearing that uniform, she should be able to wear that uniform. What y'all think about that, ladies? Y'all know any women that ever dealt with this? Some of them can't wear certain hairstyle, nails, all that. How y'all feel about
Yeah.
ladies
I
going?
mean, it depends on what field you in far as the fingernails. Some jobs I do understand because nails can carry, a substantial amount of germs. But far as the clothing, as long as you dressing according to the code, I don't see what the problem is. She look good in her clothes. Ain't her fault that she draw attention. So why penalize her for something that is natural for her? I don't understand that. It makes no sense.
Okay, so this is my spill on it, right? So it's not so much as their body, right? Because a lot of black women had curvy. You got some white women now that's curvy. It's not the curvy body. It's a time and place for everything. And so at Costco's, they have uniforms that they wear. And just like anywhere else, you choose your size, right? So you know if you're working at a place like Costco's, then you have to dress accordingly. No different than the way if I go to church. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wear no halter top and some short shorts at church. I'm gonna do the same everywhere I go. You know, you dress for the place you're going to. So to dress to be revealing or dress in tight clothing, come on now, we know what we doing. We know as women what we doing. That goes for the men as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a time and place for everything. That outfit is cute. If you're going to the club, you're going hang out for happy hour, whatever. But for the work anywhere you working at, I don't care where you working at. Dress appropriately. It ain't about your body. You got a curve or you got hips. Come on now. It's a lot of people got hips and curves and ass and all of that. But however, put some clothes on that's gonna fit so you could work and you could be comfortable and everybody that you working around could be comfortable. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's no different than a brother walking around with his ass showing and we saying, man, can you pull your pants up? Well, he feel like that's the style. Why he gotta pull his pants up? If he wanna wear him down, he gonna feel like he can wear him down, but I don't want to see his ass. So it's equivalent to that. Dress accordingly to where your workplace. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, no, just get a bigger outfit. What's wrong with getting a bigger shirt? Or so the fabric. Get some khaki pants. Y'all know what the khaki pants look like for the work.
She's still not gonna be able to hide her hips. It's some women out here. My daughter-in-law, her butt's so big, I don't care what she put on. She's not hiding it, and it's going to draw attention. Period. That lady look nice and neat to me. I'm just saying. Because
nice. It does look neat. She look real neat, right? And there's nothing wrong with looking neat. I like to look neat all the time. But however, if I'm working in a place like Costco's or Subway or Piggly Wiggly or whatever, I'm gonna dress accordingly because I understand I'm at this workplace. Like I'm not gonna wear no baggy, big loop earrings. I'm not gonna be as made up, as glammed up for certain jobs. Certain jobs require certain things, dress codes, and so that's the problem. We have to go back and teaching young women how to appropriately dress for certain jobs. You know, if you fashion place or you work at a Macy's and you need to be fashionable, that'd be perfect for that. But I'm not gonna work at no supermarket or warehouse dress with my outfit is looking like I should be going to the club. That's a lot.
That's so this club wear right here, Rico. Like
I agree to disagree.
Wear right here because Penny said wasn't nothing wrong with her outfit, and they saying she in uniform. She actually in uniform. She just had the wrong body shape for the uniform.
Now this is one thing, right?
Too small outfit. It's too small. Just get a larger size.
Okay.
Now I don't get it.
I say like this, right? I've worked at different places, and what I'm hearing from this lady, she's got the wrong body shape. Now that would put her. I kind of understand what both parties are saying, and when you are putting on your clothes, you know if it's extra tight, if you're wearing your little sister's jeans. Or your little, you know what I'm saying, a little something too tight, you know when it's hugging everything. Now you can wear something a little bit more loose and still you're not gonna hide the curves, but it's not as insinuated. It's not as popping out there like that. So I've seen it a lot of different places that some women are gonna wear the extra tightest uniform they can, and then be like, what? Why y'all all trying to come at me? No, sweetheart, I've been in the hospital. I know the ones that's gonna wear the super tight scrubs, like 3 sizes tighter than she need to be having it on. So some people take the liberty of doing that, but like you said, when you're at the workplace, you got to govern yourself accordingly because they paying you the way they want you to look and the way they want you to act. So at the end of the day, you have to like kind of negotiate and like get a better clarity. So yeah, they might have shamed their body, but you know what I'm saying? You on their clock, you on their own time. You're not an entrepreneur, so you don't have all the rights to just dress, even if it is just fitting. If they have a problem with you, that's the company that's paying you. You got to consider it whether you think it's right or not. And if you think you got a lawsuit, go ahead for it. But you still got to dress accordingly at the end of the day. And the sizes you can wear that's gonna make that gluteus maximus stand out that much more. So I mean, I don't think it's right to body shame, but she got to dress accordingly. They paying her.
We got a comment. What's up, Curtis Thomas? Appreciate you for tuning in. This got to be a jealous person. Ha ha ha. So he basically saying whoever got a problem with it, they might be jealous of her. Because
that could be.
Sure you got a 6-pack and you out here ripped. I'm walking outside in a fucking tank top. Like big niggas ain't walking out there, but when you got something you've been working on, I don't know if this girl was once big, but she said, you don't know what I went through in my life. So if she was a big girl that actually lost the weight and now she happy to be able to show people like this what I got. I don't know. Kenny also says she not showing skin. So
yeah. My thing is that would be like them telling me, "Oh, you can't wear that shirt because your titty's too big." Come on, man. What you supposed to do? I'm supposed to put them in my back pocket? And from what I saw, her clothes weren't extremely tight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they fit, but I didn't see anything where it was skin tight. And I understand what Rico's saying. You see them nurses in an extra tight scrubs, but like I said, from what I could view, I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, she want that attention though. Like for fellas, we know she want the attention, and I don't think she breaking any rules to get it. I think this girl can wear some damn pajamas, and we'd be like, God damn.
Yeah, because she can't hide it.
Yeah, she can't hide it no matter what.
Yeah,
she making it easy, to see. But I don't think she should get fired. She get fired. I think she got a lawsuit on the way. But I get what you're complaining about though.
Well, allow her to wear her shirt outside her pants. How about that?
Yeah.
Outside the pants, or just a one size, bigger shirt. That's it. I mean, really. I mean, we've been on now, y'all. We've been on the workplace for a long time, and there's a lot of women with big behinds, and we've seen them like super huge, but they were still able to find the outfits to still look professional, because at the end of the day, that's how you're gonna get that raise. When you handle yourself properly, that's how you're gonna get that raise, because you're showing that you are being a professional on every level.
I don't know, a big booty might get you a raise, cause
whoa. See, I was thinking it, B. I ain't want to cut her off. I said, yeah, it's gonna get a raise. Oh, she got that part. You got that part right, honey. Pause.
That's funny.
Pause.
A lot of girls getting their baddies made. They look like that. They paying top dollar. They look like that. So
yeah.
Back and the front help.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
She'll be all right, y'all. I doubt if she having any problems, but I think it was her way of going viral, though. Complaining about somebody.
It worked.
So dress accordingly. I bet you did, Kenny.
Fox 5 did it. Fox 5 covered that.
Fox 5, they cover anything, man.
Yes, Lord.
They cover anything. I'm waiting for Kane Pop, and he had a question for the lady. He wanted to know what was the difference between a girl and a woman. Because you hear a lot of people say they went through a relationship or anything, they might deal with a person. And then somebody say, oh, well, you was dealing with a little girl. That wasn't a woman. You need to deal with a grown woman. Then it's vice versa. They say the same thing about men. Oh, that wasn't a man. You was dealing with a little boy. I'm going to show you what a man. So it's like we always out here dealing with little girls this whole time. We always out here dealing with little boys or whatnot. If you're a woman, it's like who was really ever a real man or a real woman? What's the difference from a little girl and a woman? Because I hear that a lot. Even though this girl I was dealing with grown, but when I talk to people about it, they say, oh, nah, she was still a little girl. She wasn't a woman yet. What's the difference between that? Can y'all help me out with that, ladies?
Her mind. I mean, people can be adult in age, but their mindset hasn't changed. And for me, I think for a man, he can definitely define what a real woman is to him. Because I can say what a real man is to me. That doesn't mean it's the same thing to my cousin. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a level of maturity. She knows how to communicate. She's not petty. And a lot of these women are going on social media blasting their problems. That ain't none of nobody's business. That's between you and your partner. So I think it's about the mindset and knowing how to handle a relationship, talking about things, working through things, supporting your partner. All of those things definitely define who a woman is. You know what I'm saying? And not somebody who out here gold digging, or I'm gonna get what I could get, or I'm gonna be petty, or I'm gonna go to your job and act out. That's not mature. That's not
No.
being a woman. That's not ladylike, and it's definitely not classy at all.
Yeah.
Your business is your business. We have to learn how to communicate and work things out amongst ourselves, because ain't nobody laying in that bed at night but me and you.
Amen.
That part. That part.
Yeah.
You're right.
And that's so right. It's really just about the maturity level, because there are some people, these still have a child mentality, so it's not so much of the age, it's just as much as basically, maturity level. Are they responsible? You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Mhm.
Being responsible, being mature, know how to handle grown-up situations, being a problem solver, all those things which makes up as being an adult, male or female. So because and I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of young girls who's been trained how to handle adult situations.
Mhm.
They're twisted because someone is maybe 18 or maybe 17. Because as myself, I was put into grown-up situations, even though I never had children, but I was being a mother at 13, 14 years old, handling responsibilities. So, hey, it is what it is. But you'll know just once you start having that conversation with that person, it's gonna click. Oh, this is still a child in an adult body, or this person, they are truly 100% an adult. You're gonna know. So, but you have to talk to that person to know where their head is.
But
Baby.
also, I gotta understand. A lot of people come in, and they come in. That's why when a man asks me, "What you want from a man?" I don't share that information, because there's too many good actors out here. Be who you are. Let me see if we gonna click. You know what I'm saying? Because wolves and sheep clothing come a lot of times, and
Yeah.
you'll be with a person and they one way in the beginning, and all of a sudden you seeing these split personalities and this coming out. No, man. No.
Hey,
So we have to be cautious.
Exactly.
that's big. I like it.
Exactly.
I learned a lot right there. What was your thoughts on what they said, Rico? Because that explains a lot for me.
Put the question back out there again.
Basically, what's the difference between a girl and a woman, and what's the difference between a boy and a man? Because you got a lot of people say, well, you was dealing with a little boy, he wasn't a man, even though he's 40,
Exactly.
30 years old, So I was asking them, what was the difference? And she basically said they mindset. What's your thoughts on that? What's the
Okay.
difference between a boy and a man? Or what's your thoughts
Yeah.
on dealing with a woman and a girl?
I'm fortunate to have had a large family on both my mother's side and my father's side. So I got to have the grandma, see the aunts, see the daughters and the nephews, and you know what I'm saying, the grandchildren, the great grands. So I understood pecking order real early. So I could kind of like spot it on sight. And it is the difference between, a little puppy and a big dog. You know what I mean? And it's definitely growth. Now wisdom is in the spirit, so that could be somebody very young and they have an old soul. You know what I'm saying, maturity is always going to be a part of this equation. And wisdom and experience. Wisdom, you don't get wisdom until you got experience and knowledge. So I definitely know when I've spoke with different women, you could tell, like I said, it's some areas where they're old and mature, and then in some areas they're still in young stages of their life. So I've seen that in men and women. You know what I'm saying? So it's the overall average is if they can, like you said, can appreciate responsibility, accountability, holding their own, things of that nature. You could tell just in your spirit if they are on that level or not. So definitely discernment is good for yourself if you could spot that early, because like she said earlier, they are masquerading as men and women, but they are, still just little boys and girls sometimes. So you gotta have your discernment cap on.
Lady B said the job interview. You don't tell men basically anything too much, you know, because basically you tell them too much of what you like or what you don't like, they start to act
Giving them
and
the
do that
answers.
to you. So what do you do about that, Lady B? You know, like how do the conversation go? How do they get to know Lady B? How much do you give them?
I mean,
Mhm.
I give them the basics. I give them the basics. You know who I am. One thing about me, I'm transparent because a lot of people say don't come with baggage. I don't care who you are. You coming with something. You
Mhm.
coming with something, and we have to understand that. And then, what are you willing to deal with? What are you willing to deal with? Because there's some things you can teach your partner. Because where I'm strong, you may be weak, and where you strong, I may be weak. So that's where it comes in. We got to hold each other down. You know what I'm saying? So I tell them, look, basics. Hey, my name Bernice. I got kids. I'm a grand. You know, they be like, well, what's your career? What you doing? And blah, blah, blah. I'll tell them all that. I'll let them know, look, I'm blunt. I say what I say, and it's not to hurt you, but I'm going to tell you how I feel. And, you know, and I ain't going to come off like you a sorry nigga. No, baby. Like my last relationship, I ain't never go to him like that. I said, baby, look, we need to talk. You know, I always put the positive out there first because I want him to know this is what I enjoy about you. But there's something missing, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm missing because we need to fix this. You know what I'm saying? So it's I give him the basics, and then we'll talk about what we enjoy and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna outright tell you, oh, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, I need you. No, be who you are, and if we connect, we connect, and if we don't, at least we made a friend.
That's
Mhm.
tough. That's tough. I like that, Lady B. Sure, it worked both ways, though. You know that, right?
Yeah,
So,
yes,
you
it
know,
does.
I ain't
It
gonna be
definitely.
telling too many people too much about them. I'm gonna let them work for it, you know, because that's
Hmm.
the job interview. A lot of people come and they say and do anything just to get close to you. Then once they get close, you start to see them for themselves. That's why I
Yes,
was on the
Lord.
job interview. People say, talk, dress the part, and all that, but once they get the job, they start showing up late, start talking
Hmm.
back, they start dressing different. So it's like it's different. What's your thoughts on that, though, Nee? Sister,
Basically,
sis?
I feel the exact same way. You know, I'm still learning that right now. Sometimes I just say things to how a person gonna really respond or what they're gonna do with that information. And what happens, excuse me, y'all. And what happens, I sometimes I have to say to myself, wow, I'm glad I didn't share this part or share that much because wow, if that happened with the little bit I just gave them, anything much more would have been really harmful.
Hmm.
I have to make sure I'm careful of sometimes what I say to people and what I give them because to me, it's important that I can trust you with information. I look for that. I look to be able to trust you with information. You know, so yes, you can't tell a person everything. You just have to see and make sure are they trustworthy enough to share certain information. And I just realized some people just can't hold information.
Mm-mm.
Be careful when you're talking to people how much you can actually give them.
Yeah,
No,
so
everything ain't for
yeah.
everybody. So sometimes you gotta hold some.
Hmm.
Yes. How you
Respect.
feel about that, Rick? You feel like you meet somebody, do you tell them things that you might want to see if they can hold in case that's something you might want to be able to trust that person? I still be nervous to tell women I deal with anything personally because I done been through too many breakups and now she know everything and we ain't together. So I don't know. That's tough one right there, but I like that one though, nigga. Keep secrets to yourself, test somebody out to see can they hold water. What's your thought,
Hmm.
Rick?
It's
Give
wild,
'em-
right? It's wild. I've had, both sides of that because learning about yourself and learning about your flaws or learning whatever it is, they've had the phrase since you was a young kid, loose lips can sink ships. And in the heat of different things that you may go through, you've heard your mother say some things, you might have heard whatever it is, but holding information, I've gotten jacked up because I didn't reveal the information or respond a certain way when somebody was doing something to me, right? And I was just like, dog, I mean, these people who I love and respect, they told me what they were going to do to me. And then when my folks did it to me, I had to like confess or get my ass damn near kicked because I had to tell the information. Now, some things that I've had to like, understand that growing up and seeing the mafia movies, they be like, yo, don't rat, don't rat. but then I see the whole damn mafia family ratted on each other. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen, a pastor talk to me and tell me everybody's business. I've been with people, you know what I'm saying? So we have to all watch how we even say whoever we around. We got family members. We're sharing information every day, but it's definitely like, people who have leaked information, holding information. And when I meet somebody, back to the question, really, because I know, we can go, get all off subject. But the thing is, when I meet, when you meet someone, you're trusting God. I know I am. And then even if you have, y'all have moments where y'all, didn't save enough, and people are informed of what it is. It's like the only thing that you could do is continue to govern yourself better, because none of us going to be perfect. But each case by case scenario, you can tell some are more extreme and some can't hold water. Some can hold it under the circumstances that y'all in. And then if y'all have y'all fallouts, they say it's all fair in love and war, because the heart, anger, a lot of stupid things happen in anger. So, you know what I'm saying? And we focus on basically knowing that when we discernment, again, having discernment of knowing who you're dealing with and who you're talking with, and just making a case by case situation. That's the only wise thing I can see, with any of our family, friends, or whoever, even with ourselves.
Yeah.
What up, Boney Roney? I see you tapped
Boney.
in. I was
Fish
trying
bone.
to get y'all for you. Yeah, he might be still in here. Bone pop in and out. Kenny made a good comment. He said, I was told men use critical thinking. Boys don't. I was told women use accountability. Girls don't. What's your thought on that, Lady B? Either one, the men and the women, or just one, however you feel about it.
Well, I agree. That women are big on accountability, because I am. That's like, if you tell me we gonna do a certain thing at a certain time and we don't, I'm like, you're not accountable. You're not a man of your word. That's my thing, So I think, we do hold men accountable, and I do think men are more critical thinkers. I definitely do. With having grown sons, I learned a lot, and they actually helped me mature even in my older age, because of the things I saw them go through and the things they had to deal with some bad women. Because there are definitely bad women out here, abusive women who cheat, lie, all that stuff. Just like, that's why I say I don't have a respect for either sex. If you wrong, you wrong. Period.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man.
Period. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think men use more. They think further, because I can only speak for me. I'm an emotional creature. I'm feminine. But if you get me wrong, men call it masculine. No, I've learned I've been in a position where I had to play a role that I didn't want to play, and still don't. So it takes a strong man to come in and say, look, baby, I got this. Oh, okay. Long as you're accountable and you telling me you got it, good. I want to be a flower. You know what I'm saying? But when I have to stand up, I definitely do.
I like that too. What's your thoughts on that, Nee?
Exactly what cousin said. I totally agree. Always about, because talk is cheap, right? So I'm about action. I have to. The only way you could be believable for me is, accountability. I have to see that whatever you say, who you are, I have to see that, right? And once I see it, and I hear it now, but I'm seeing it more than what you're saying it is, then, that's when I start to able to relax just a little bit, and I can start pouring myself a little into that person. But I have to see it. You could talk, but if I don't see it, it's gonna be a no every time. I'm just gonna say, you know what, that person may get there. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, until I see it, I'm just gonna stay right here. That's just my stay right here, because at the end of the day, I was just talking about my mom that even right.
Well, they ringing her. Uh-oh. She said something. Kenny, that was a good comment too,
Don't believe it like that.
All right, that was a good comment, Kenny. I'm gonna put it back up for those who probably just tapped in. Because basically we was asking what's the difference between a boy and a man, and what's the difference between a girl and a woman. And Kenny was saying that a man use critical thinking, which I actually agree with, because when I was a boy, even when I was a young man, I thought I was a man. I was still a boy because I was thinking like a boy. I barely thought. I just like to live, you know. But as I became a man, I started to use critical thinking more. I started thinking in the head, started understanding if I spend this amount of money, this what I'm gonna have left, and this what I'm gonna get through the rest. But when you're a boy, you don't really think too much about money or spending. You just blow it how you blow it. But since you're 21 or older, you like, I'm grown. And then I dealt with a lot of girls who I thought was women. And until Kenny put this down, I didn't know the difference. I deal with a lot of women that didn't like the whole they self accountable for anything. Like even when they know they wrong and they the ones that everything they fault. I done dealt with a girl who crashed her car and it was still my fault. I wasn't even in the car. You know, just like, well, if you'd have got up and drove me to work, I wouldn't have crashed. Like that's not
Wow.
so
Wow,
that's
no.
just me dealing with a girl. Now I ain't really deal too many women, but now I understand a woman would take accountability. Okay, I crashed
Yes.
the car. You know, this way the tow trip about to come. I'm gonna get it done. So thank you for that, Kenny, because now I really see the difference. What's your
Yeah.
thought on Kenny comment, Rico? You said men use critical thinking, boys don't. Women they use accountability, and girls don't.
Okay. Well, it's written that when I was a child, I thought like a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. So when you are in this situation, but we as adults, we already know basically you if you haven't taken care of those past traumas, you're still, responding to a lot of different things. And so men, we are formed to, be more logical, where women are kind of like known to be more emotional. It's not always cut and copy, the same thing with every person. So you got a little imbalance. Not I ain't gonna say a little bit imbalance. You might have a little bit more top heavy on certain sides, just like fighters. If you got top heavy and you bottom light, you got to balance that thing out. And it's the same thing with men with critical thinking. We're logical, but we also have to be looking at things through the eyes of God as well as the woman's side of it. So that's why it's good for situations like this to chop up both sides, the estrogen, testosterone chop up. Thank you, Marley, for having this. But yeah, shout out to Kenny for that. That is the truth. A lot of us are going to be more logical as men, and women, sometimes they pop off at different things. Aunts and mom and grandma might come at me different ways than grandpa, uncle so-and-so. And because they might come at me a different way. And so over the years, I got to understand both sides of that, you know what I'm saying? The yin and yang. And, it's basically wisdom is called a woman in the Bible. The way King Solomon talks about it, he was like, go after wisdom as if it is your sister. Go after it like, like it's diamonds, rubies, and pearls. And he spoke so highly about it. That's why I'm on wisdom hard. And, I named my daughter Wisdom because of proper application of knowledge. And that's why I'm on Wisdom Inc. Network. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wisdom Inc. Who's Kenya? Kenya, appreciate you for tuning in. Kenya said they were programmed that way from TV, social media, etc. Gotta know who God is. Yeah. We get deep into that, programming or whatnot. And since you mentioned program, I'm gonna show you how program men are out here. Like it's beyond program. A lot of people say they was born this way and this side of that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. This is programming that is fullest. I want y'all to hear what this man said, and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit, because women are definitely being attacked, man. And it's always black women going first, just like the black man. They come out the our race first. But just check this out. This is definitely mental illness.
Okay, so it's been 40 minutes since I've been pumping. Yeah. This is what I'm able to get up to now. Not much. I'll put it in the corner. It's not bad for only a week of doing it. Here's the other one. This one's got a little bit more. So.
Wow.
I don't know what the one means, but yeah. That's how much I got now. So, yeah, I'm lactating.
She's lactating. I ain't even want to spit no more, man. It went on longer than that. There's a lot of women on there like, these men is going too far with it. I think they gone too far. Now they got pumps for the trans that pumps some type of liquid out their nipple, and it forces, I don't know, they breastfeeding now. This shit is crazy, man. What's your thoughts on this? Lady B. You know, since you're talking about this programming and mental
Oh
edit,
Jesus.
they
Oh
actually
Lord.
women now.
Oh Lord. Oh God. That's a sickness. I don't care what nobody's saying. That does. They're trying to imitate everything about a woman, but women are natural creatures. We're born this way. And to hear people say, "Oh, I was born," get untruths. Like I said, I was in a relationship with a woman, and I ain't been with a woman in 21 years. It's a choice. It's a
Mm,
choice. You can you can say what you want about it, but it's definitely a choice. And I've seen videos where the transgender are breaking down our women on a consistent basis. But how do you tear down something that is natural? We were born this way. We didn't add anything. We didn't take anything away. We are born this way. You are getting your body manipulated to be like us, but yet you tear us down. I don't understand the concept. I never will.
it's nasty. It's a fluid that they drinking too. What's your thoughts on it, Nene? You got men out here breastfeeding these
My
days.
God, I'm still in shock. Listen, I see me stuck with my mouth open. Like what's next? Come on, y'all. Come on. They gonna be talking about I'm pregnant. So they having a cycle. I mean, just go on and on and on. Enough already. Just enough. Come on, y'all. You know what? I ain't gonna need to say no more about it. Y'all know what it is. This is unnatural. It's so wrong on every level. Stop it.
Extreme.
Yes.
I
Yes.
I had to share that with the people because I think it's programming. A lot of people think it's this or that, but it's attack on the women, and I think it's attack on God. When I say that, a lot of people definitely get pissed off because I'm just like God is nature to me. Anything natural that supposed to occur, that's God. Like we already know, water, anything, the sun, everything come from God, man and women. So it's just like, dang, for God to have you out here to be born a man and you trying to be a woman, it's like it's
Yeah,
disrespect to the maker.
it is.
I ain't
It
crazy.
definitely is.
Yes, I get it.
Saying God made a mistake.
Yeah, like he make mistakes out here, huh? They already been trying to say the pregnant and they having periods. Yeah, they having periods too. God damn. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
wish we get back to the regular old gay folks like we normally had, like women
Yeah. I'm
on women, men on men, but all this trying to become a woman or become a man, it's actually hurting them, and we gotta understand them our family members. A lot of people are like trans, they some kin of somebody out here, and we got them in
yeah.
our family, so it's like these stuff shorten their lifespan, like these surgeries and stuff, and now they got the kids getting them at a young age, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
shortening their lifespan, and it's stopping us from reproducing. It ain't as many
Yeah.
kids to be out here. We already getting killed and everything out here. The police locking us up. So it's
But
like, God damn. Like,
that's
come
their goal. That is their goal. That is
on.
their goal.
Trey
To
laugh.
minimize reproducing.
Yeah,
Right.
we gonna get it on though, man. I got another one. I don't really know this girl, Sierra. Talking about other races and stuff moment stick together and their relationships last longer. I don't know how true that is. That's why certain people I don't even share their results because I be like I never get a pool or anything talking about do you vote on this or do you think this better or that better. But they basically saying a lot of other nationality their relationships last longer than black couples. And I really don't know how true that is, because all I've been around mostly is the black community. When I'm in the white community, they go through some of the same things we go through, divorces,
Yes.
everything. So it's like, I'm not sure. But what's y'all thoughts on that? Y'all think that we got it worse than other races out here as
I
a
think
whole?
I think that we do because our race is consistently attacked. They're taking our men from us. They're putting all this stuff into place where we battle each other on a consistent basis. And until we wake up and see what their agenda is, it's going to continue. That's why I say, and I always say this, Rico love it. I said, if we don't heal our black men, we kill our black men. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be willing. We have to be willing to partner up, even if it's not in a relationship. But as you, my brother, I ain't with you. You, my brother. How can I help you? You, my sister. We have to get back to that in order to stop all this attack because I think they fear us. because we're powerful and
Mm.
we're strong. And if we unite, they're going to have a problem.
That's scary, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, us together, a lot of black kings and queens out here roaming together. That is a
Yes.
scary sight, because man, it's scary to us when we see a lot of white people more that family know, like, oh, they deep out here. It's the same
Yeah.
thing with us, man. It's more of us too. So I'm with it. I think it's population control. I seen that somebody actually put that population reduction, population control all the way. That's just one way. They using a lot of techniques. Rico, you
Yes.
back in here?
Yeah, I think he's still making.
And as far as our relationships, like I said,
Yeah. Hold on one second.
I definitely think that our relationships fail because of like I said, our mindsets, what they're feeding us, and our men are going to jail. We have so many innocent black men in prison because that's their way of breaking up our family, our unity, and we're killing each other. So relationships wouldn't last as long. I know back in the day, relationships last much longer, and I don't take anything from the older generation, but I learned also what not to do from the older generation. I'm not taking a lot of stuff those women took. I refuse.
Yeah,
I'm just not.
different times, different ways.
Yeah, I can't, but I definitely think we can do better. We can do better. We can sustain, because when things go wrong, people ready to run. And then I hate starting over. I hate it. You got to get to know a new person. Why not just work with that person that you say you love so much? You love them so much, but it's over. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn how to work it out.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to keep starting. No, what's your
I'm trying to
question?
tell you. I'm too old for that.
What can we do to get these black couples to stick together? Or is it a lot of black couples out here that are together? We just don't know it or don't see it.
I think there are a lot out here, but the thing is, they mixing races now, so it's a lot more of that as well.
Well, I say, going back to, we always have been the most hated people, but that's because they know who we are. We are the original people on the planet, and they know our history, and because it was started, we don't know who we are as a people, and they do. They already know the Messiah is among one of us. And you know what I'm saying? They've been looking forward to come back, but however, that's another story for another day. But yes, so with that being said, this thing is going on. This hatred, self-hatred is the worst. It ain't about who anybody else hating us. It's us hating ourselves. And until we could conquer, the love we need for ourselves, and then we can start loving other people. Because it's hard to, like, get something from somebody if it's just not in them to give. You know how some people, like, they never said I love you. They probably can't tell you that because they don't know how to. Some people don't know how to love. Some people just can't even recognize that what it feels like to be touched or feel special. So if you're not getting no love from day one, you grew up, especially if you're in a dysfunctional family and you've been taught hate all your life. And we are people that taught we are cursed people. We've been taught we are cursed people. And that's coming from the church, from the Bible, that we are cursed. We curse from so when we come out the womb. We don't, we do. Right? With that, learn self-love before whole wide world and woo woo woo. But however, start with yourself. And back to these relationships. And like cousins say, I could not tolerate a lot because back then the women was told they had to just cook, clean, work, and do everything, getting hit upside their head, yelled at, and some more. And a lot of people stayed in those relationships. They don't care what they had to take on or go through or whatever. They took on all that pain and hurt till the day they died. They was given 67 years. You be like, that they was given 56. Yeah, but they was miserable. A lot of them was miserable. They said, we stayed together for the kids, but the kids grown and gone. And they all because they want to say, we could do this. No, I could not tolerate my man beating me upside my head. I can't tolerate us sleeping in separate rooms. No, I'm not gonna be able to tolerate tearing me down with words, making me feel ugly or making me feel like like you don't even love me. No, I'm not laying next to no man who ain't loving me in a healthy way. That's a no. You have to love me. I'm not talking about things. I'm not talking about what you give me as money. I need to know that you love me in so many other ways. And I know when a man loves me. You should know when someone loves you and when they don't. That part.
Somebody loves you, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Y'all are hot.
It's Friday. Yeah,
Now
that
the
part.
hour win. All y'all niggas, y'all need the link. Nah, it can't be more women. It can't be more men than women. It's already 2 and 2. You come in with a woman, we can let you in.
Wow.
Came and Trey, they get deep too. Hey, that boy came and Trey get deep. Now we gonna get on it, but I don't want it. It's supposed to be mostly about the women today, so I don't want to be more of us than I'm on here. So y'all can get another woman on here. We'll bring another man on here, but right now we got 2 and 2, and we on you, Rico. What we gotta do for men and women to stick together in the Black community? And do you believe that it's more other nationalities out here sticking together than us?
I think in different cultures there are different expectations. Like say in Asian cultures, just like they have this different traditional system. You know what I'm saying? They have different ways to approach having legacy. There's certain there's different certain cultures, and I think it depends on what family produces it and what families have the generational curse breakers. It's going to be a byproduct of a successful marriage. Being in and around one, I saw that it's definitely what you put into yourself and what you're bringing to the table, and it definitely takes work. Even if you have one that's actually healthy, it's going to take a lot of ugly truths to make a beautiful life. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really be accountable to both parties and having God in the middle. So I've seen good relationships work. I've seen my grandparents stay together, and I've seen other couples stay together with abuses, different things like that. But I think overall the key and the cheat code is to stay prayed up. I mean, not to toot no spiritual horn, but every relationship that, when they say apart from God, you have no good thing. If you don't have that as the main ingredient, you already, your ego and your pride is going to be right before the fall of the relationship. You ain't nothing but a couple moments away from a breakup, because God is the only thing that is, to me, the glue that I saw in majority of the relationships that actually were successful. So that's just my take on it. It's not for the weak. But the great benefit is familiarity doesn't breed contempt when you can respect that y'all both bringing something to the table, and God is the one that's keeping you together. That's the power that makes you a couple.
Okay, so I heard that before too, man. We're gonna make a part 3 out here for Kenny and y'all, man. We can get y'all on here. But I heard that a lot too. Religion saves a lot of relationships, and I'm not religious at all. I'm spiritual, but I ain't into the biblical. And I dealt with girls that's actually Christians and Muslims and stuff like that. It ain't bother me. I even went to church with them and support them as well. But some of the things I did bother them. They did feel like if I believe in their God, then our relationship would be better. And I disagree with that completely, but I understand why, because if you part of a certain program and I'm not part of that program, there's no way we're going to connect, because I'm still learning and you feel like, this is what it is, whatever this book says. This what it is, and me, I'm still trying to be guided somewhere else. So I don't know how that would not work spiritually. I just try to tell people, try to keep their religion out of it if they not together. But together, both of y'all Christians, I think it might work longer. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Not necessarily true.
Okay,
that's not necessarily true at all. Because I feel like this. I was talking to a guy and he was Muslim, and I told him, I said, the thing is, respect who I am and what I believe, and I'm gonna respect yours. I'm not gonna try to change you, and I expect the same. You know what I'm saying? And being us, being good people, he couldn't help himself. Well, this is Bobby. I said, look, I just told you, I respect who you are, but if this gonna work out, you gotta let me be me, and I'm gonna allow you to be you. I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
anything that disrespect you, but this is how I believe. And I don't believe it because my grandparents taught me. I had to learn some things for myself. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And this works for me. I'm gonna honor you, especially if you're my husband. I'm gonna honor you. I'm going to honor what you, if that's what you believe, baby, that's what you believe. But don't come and put your foot on my beliefs. And I think it would work out better if two people from different religions, it work out better as long as there is respect.
Respect.
What's your thoughts,
Respect.
Nikki? It take religion for people to stick together.
No, I don't believe that because there are couples out here who never
Every time I say
stepped
niche, you
a
think I
foot.
say Lady B.
No.
What's the question again?
Can religion save relationships in the Black community?
No, because a lot of people who are acting like they are really about religion, they don't. Because they believe they'll live it. You know what I'm saying? When you believe in something, it's gonna become you. You're gonna be as one with that what you truly believe. Some people just religion just to say I'm part of religion, right? But that's another story for another day. But how it can say if y'all both kind of like, as cousins say, have respect for one another, because anytime you're dealing with someone for who's different from your beliefs or whatever, but if you keep at least have that as your, the top, you may call him Allah, Jah, Yahshua, whatever.
Yeah.
Him, whatever name you choose, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes for you to be a good person, just be that. Because it don't matter to me. As long as you ain't believing in Satan, because they look at Satan as God. That's another story for another day.
That's Satan.
But however, if I'm calling on God and I want to say his name is Yahshua, and you want to call in the name of Jesus and Holy Spirit, I'm fine with that. However you get it, baby. If it's gonna hold you down and make you be a better person and do right by yourself and others and me, I'm down for it. Look, just have something, because when you have nothing, oh my God, that's the worst experience you could deal with. For a person who don't have nothing, they just live it every day. They don't believe in nothing but themselves. Oh my God. And that's what we deal with all the time with people.
But we got to ask ourselves a question. What's the definition of a successful relationship? Because it could be different for me than it is for anybody else. It could be different. It's different for my cousin. It's different for you. I think it depends on the person, what we deem as success. Just like I heard a man say, I'm not rich monetarily, but I'm rich because of all the good things that I have in my life. So he considered himself wealthy. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on you. What is a successful relationship to you? And we have to get to the point where we can define that before we move forward and look for it.
Exactly.
I got a quote that how it come up in your Facebook memories, and it was basically saying we spend a lot of our time thinking that we're searching for the right person to love, when we are the right person to love. So that by the time that the person that we, connect with best, they're finding a good, comfortable vessel that's like comfortable with themselves, able to add to what they already might have and not subtract away from it. And I think that's a successful friendship, partnership, anything else like that. It's like you're not looking over there and that person is like jealous of you, envious of you. They got their own thing. They're full of life. Y'all are complimenting each other without having to even say it. It's a certain element that you both got to continue to possess, and that's being your best self. And then what you bring to the table. Like I said, your shortcomings can help my shortcomings in some area. I mean, your strong suit can help my shortcomings, and my strong suit can help your shortcomings.
Exactly.
But like I said, keeping the spirituality in the middle, in terms of at least what you're putting in your own spiritual tank and what she's putting in her spiritual tank, and at least y'all buzz with something spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Good, hopefully in the positive sense. And that, to me, I've seen a successful relationship with my mother and my stepfather. And believe me, I've seen it when it could go south, and I saw how what resurrected it was a spiritual component that they were sorely lacking. And that causes a lot of self-reflection when y'all both have spirituality in your situation, because it's only God that can get through sometimes to me, and maybe God can only get through to the daughter, to the queen. And y'all need that. That's what I feel always in every relationship. That is one of the missing links that's going on in a lot of different households, because religion has been misused. It's been, like I said, fire and brimstone. You feel terrible just for being you. It's a lot of church wounds that's caused the Black community to have even worse relationships. Not putting it all on the church, but you know what I'm saying? They got a big part.
Church plays a huge role.
Say amen. Let the church say amen.
We got
Say amen. Say amen or ouch. Amen or ouch.
You said that part, Nene. Yeah, they definitely big. I command to be exactly, Lady B. Stop looking for love is a scam. I like that one. I love that one. Because a lot of people, you get told stories like some people don't know how to love because they never really been loved. You always hear things like that, but I never hear too many stories about that person learn how to hate, because a lot of people ain't had to experience hate, but they know how to do it. A lot of people don't got to experience hurting, getting hurt, but they know how to hurt somebody. So it's just like, I don't really think you had to experience love. I think it's just something come naturally within some people. You ever meet some kids, you be like, damn, Shorty a nice kid. And you got some kids bad as shit, just like, dang, he ain't even 2 yet. It just, you got to get that out of them. Some spirits just come a little different than others. That's why I think we just keep coming back. And I see Kenny said physical fiber, mental fiber, and spiritual fiber. Those the 3 elements. But this the one I want us to spawn back on. With that Trey, that's Trey right there. Yeah, Trey said also most people should go into a relationship not needing each other. That showed the strength at the relationship because there's no one codependent. He said that because he said never in a relationship looking for the other, never go in a relationship looking for the other person to make you happy. If you aren't already happy, you can't expect your partner to fill that void for you. And I think I dealt with that a lot. Had a lot of girls, I'm bored. Like, the fuck that got to do with me? Like, I'm bored.
Exactly.
Like, I'm your entertainment.
That's my problem.
Like, that's now
tell them go to the circus.
You don't know nothing. Everything is just depend like on me. I got to make sure you happy at all the time. Like, if you get show you, and that's the one person I'm talking about that ain't happy with him. What y'all thoughts on what Trey said? We can start with you, Lady B, because I think that was a good comment he made right there.
Well, I definitely think you have to be happy within yourself. You can't expect your partner to create that for you. I think for me, I look for a safe place. I don't look for him to be my happiness, but I do want to add to his peace, and I do want to add to his happiness. You know what I'm saying? So I think it starts within. That's why I learned that, when you come out of one relationship just to go into another, no, you have to heal. And my grandmother always told me, she said, baby, clean your house before you allow somebody in, because you don't want to take that dirt with you, or you don't want to invite somebody in your house and your house dirty. Come on, man. I mean, I definitely believe that we don't need to be codependent, but I want somebody, when I meet somebody, I want somebody who's going to add to what I already have, because now I've been single for 2 years. I have this sense of peace. Now, if you ain't adding to it, you ain't gonna come disrupted either. So I definitely don't want to be dependent on anybody for my happiness, for my peace, for my well-being, or anything of that nature. So I definitely feel like you have to have your own. You have to look within yourself and find what brings you peace and happiness.
Exactly.
You gotta find it. It's out here, Nene. I think we can find it. I see we getting a lot of comments. My boy Kenya, boy, you ain't playing. We got to get you on our religion joint, man versus God. That's what we be talking about. I think you'll be good for that topic. But we agree with a lot of things that you're saying. We talk about that a lot when it comes to religion, especially when it comes to our man. A lot of people don't know that's just a sun god. So a lot of things you're talking about, sun gods and stuff like that. We know there's things made up and written for most of us. Some people believe, but we respect people's beliefs on here. So we're gonna get you in on that Man versus God Part 3 with us. What's your thoughts on this, Nene? If I can go back over in case you forgot. She said, Trey said never go in a relationship looking for the other person to make you happy.
That's true. Trey, you are so correct. Because I'm gonna tell you something. It's almost, you be with someone, you're like, make me laugh. Like, I gotta make you laugh. Like, I should make you laugh all the time. Like, I'm not just here, just to serve you or just do what makes you happy. Like when we come together, it's for us to be happy already from the start, from the jump. We enhance each other. We can enhance our situation. But I'm not here just to going all the time. No. It's the minute it's on and popping at all time. We're gonna have some good, some ups, we're gonna have some downs. But however, it's not about us had to constantly entertain each other to keep each other's spirits going at all time. No, you have your space, I have mine. I have my moments, and vice versa. That's just the way it is. So no, you need to be happy before we even come in this thing together. And that's just the way it is. I ain't gonna try to go on and on and on. That's just the way it is. So no, have it together before you even come my way. That part.
That's tough. That's tough. Cause some niggas ain't even got it together already. They don't know they ain't got it together, or they could have had it and things might happen. That happened for me before. Shit went south for me in the relationship. That wasn't good. She was like, "Yeah, it's time to go, my nigga."
But
so
see, that's a problem. That's a problem for me because I read a post like that today. And they were talking about how men aren't obligated to pay women bills. I agree 100%. But what I did state was that'd be like a man lose his job. Should I kick him out because he lost his job? No. Things happen in life. I'm gonna support mine as long as I know that he doing what he got to do to get where he want to be. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna have your back. Period. Yeah. So I think it's crazy the way somebody can have a downfall and you like, oh, gotta roll. So what were you there for? What was your purpose?
For the good time. Was your purpose?
Yeah, but the thing, but you can fall on hard times. That's why when people get married, they say in good times and bad times, in sickness and in health.
Yeah, better for worse.
You know what I'm saying? But even in a relationship, if you're working towards marriage, shouldn't you display some of those attributes before you get to? That's why a lot of us don't make it to the altar.
Right. Yeah.
Because we feel like, okay, yeah, it's bad now. Nah, man. That's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
What's your thoughts, Rico? We should have our shit together before getting a relationship, man and woman.
Yeah, working in a unisex salon for a lot of years with the elders, the folks in my peers, and the ones coming after me, we got to see what different folks was out of pocket, or if you at church and you're saying you see the marriage ministry, the singles ministry. We were doing our thing collectively and individually to prepare ourselves for relationships that sail or relation sinking ships that fail. But you learn from these lessons. And the things is, relationships are like mirrors. They teach you a lot about yourself, even though you're engaging with somebody else. It shows you what you need to work on if you got a real healthy sense of wanting to have the healthiest relationship. And it's just like your garden. You got to keep planting new good things in your garden to grow. You got to keep the pestilence out, which are the judgmental outsiders that don't want to see y'all make it. That's going to stay neutral and tell you that some shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you should be accountable for what you're about to step into. Being a little seasoned in the game and having my time to learn from us, get more knowledge of self and see where I was the problem, where I had to get the germ of the problem, was like, if I don't plant this seed of fucked up stuff that I do anymore, then if it happens, then it happens. But at least I know I'm going to do my part intentionally and deliberately, because I really understand karma is real. I do understand the certain laws, the spiritual laws you got to live by, but you got to get your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? You on both sides of the fence for certain things, and you live, you learn, you love. And yes, you should come to the table with enough packed in for your situation. And and that's where I am with it. I'm in favor of that. Come to the table, having your own joy. You gotta be responsible for filling up your own tanks of experience, your own tanks of love, and that's when you can bring something to the table. You need to be whole, so the person that you meet and you attract is whole, and y'all make one whole good relationship. You know what I'm saying? But if you come in half-ass and then you go and track half-ass, you know, don't be upset that you got a half-ass relationship.
Amen.
I like
Amen.
that.
Say
Amen.
amen.
So yeah, before we get out of here, appreciate y'all for tuning in today. Everybody who watched, remember to like and share. We definitely gonna do a part 3. Get my man Kim and Trey in here. And there's a couple of ladies who want to make the show, but something came up. My girl Janice, Dr. P, Miss Erlene Hers, I think
Yeah.
as well wanted to come on. So we'll make sure we get y'all on the panel next time to hear what y'all got to say on what we can do in the Black community to work as a couple. You know, Black men, we need our Black women out here. Black women, I hear y'all all the time. Y'all say y'all need y'all Black men. So at the end of the day, we need each other. So we need to find a way to work together. So our younger
Amen.
can take on them habits, you know, because they just taking on our bad habits right now. So they young, they want to dog the girls young, they want to twerk and just be hoes. And they thinking it's okay because that's what's cool. You know, when I was growing up, it was just wasn't cool to be a hoe. You know, it was cool to be a player, dude sleeping around and stuff. That's what they program us to think life is like. But now they took it to a whole nother level. They got the little boys program that want to be girls. The girls want to be boys. They just all over the place. The ones that straight, they living wild. So it's like, man, we got to really get a hold of ourselves because we killing each other. We killing each
Yes.
other physically, spiritually, all over. So we just need to get back balance. And I think just the talk we need to have with each other, just being honest and open. So before we go, we can start with you, Lady B. You can give these people some good energy before you get out of here and just let them know what we need to do to make these things work in the Black community as a whole.
Like I said, I think it starts with conversations like these, but we have to be willing to hear each other, not just listen to reply, but to understand each other, you know. And just because I say something you don't agree with doesn't mean I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? We all have a certain amount of wisdom and we have to be willing to share it and accept correction. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm willing to have accountability for, you know, the things I may do wrong. You know, because I know I'm not perfect. And sometimes that old side, it definitely wants to bounce out. And I have to be accountable and say, okay, well, I'm going to be quiet right here because I need to be, because I don't want to say anything that's going to harm my brother or my man. You know what I'm saying? So I think having these conversations, being willing and being open, coming in with an open heart and not what I know, but just understanding and loving on each other because we need that. We need that to heal and to build.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
Hell yeah.
Man,
I
what?
concur.
He always got something powerful to say, man. I be like, I
Drop the
love
mic.
her TikTok, John. Y'all gotta go see her TikTok. She
Drop
did
the
a
mic.
voiceover, man. It was so powerful.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was on that. I had to share with everybody. Nene, what can we do, man, to make these things work out here in the Black community? What's some of the things we need to work on?
Well, the first thing we have to, again, going back to start with self. You know, the change starts with you. You know, treat people the way you want to be treated. Period. You know what I'm saying? I could go on and on, but it's not even necessary. If you just think about how that situation will make you feel, then you go from there. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, so once you start loving on yourself and you start loving on, you know, and it just gonna naturally flow. It's gonna naturally flow. You know, it's nothing hard you have to do. Just be your natural self. But it starts with yourself. You know, cousin has basically said all that needs to be said. But that's just how I go. That's how I roll with anyone that's in my, you know, that I'm surrounded with. You know, I just love on people and I just treat people the way I want to be treated. I guess for me, if I don't get that energy back, to be on and popping. You know, I'm gonna have to put you in another spot, another lane, another over here somewhere else because I don't like negative energy around me. I don't like liars around me. I don't like none of that. So if I'm giving you something that's good, give it back to me. You know,
Amen.
but
Give it
100
back in return.
stay fair and see that you or that individual, whoever that may be, is not on point doing what you're supposed to do. You cause a liar or user or anything other. Oh, baby, it is what it is. So with that being said, y'all be safe out there. Continue to love on one another, because life is short. People are dying every day. We here today, gone today. So, just remember that, So with that being peace, people, stay safe out there, love, all that. We always have
All that, man. We gotta get you back in here, Nene, man. We definitely gotta do that. Appreciate you for tuning in with that good knowledge as always. Rico, what can we do,
Yes.
man, out here in the Black community, man, to stick together, get more Black people working together instead of working against each other? Because it's been a division bad now here.
Well, I'm gonna say for my people of ebony hue, love wins is the two words I would say. Love wins. Love is a action word. It's not something that you just can say. It's actually work. It takes. They say love is God is love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It keeps no score of wrongs. It has all these different things that describe it. But you know what I'm saying? If you actually live in it, you'll understand that like is very fickle. Like isn't written in the Bible. You don't even like yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You love yourself, but sometimes you be like, why am I doing this? I don't like this part about myself. I got to work on this. This is something that I definitely know God is. I'm still a work in progress in this area. So we have to be clear with ourselves that it takes a marathon because we are coming from generational curses. We will have the looks of so many family members that pass down, but we are so ignorant on how to be solution oriented to break the cycle of things that are constantly passed down generation to generation. Yeah, we like the looks that our family members done gave us or something, but we dealing with the demons, different things that they passed on too. So we have to be accountable for ourselves spiritually, mentally, and physically, because we got bad habits we done picked up from auntie, uncle, so-and-so, mama, grandmama, all these other things. You have to unlearn things and then relearn things. So on this Friday, I challenge yourself to love the hell out of yourself first before you try to love somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it.
That's gonna be the next topic next week. That's Hakeem, y'all. Carl Robinson. I be getting confused. That's Keem, y'all. Y'all add Keem. That's Hakeem under Carl Robinson. CEO of the Lions Den. He just dropped a joint with Rico. Y'all go check it out on YouTube. But that's gonna be the next topic next week. He said the problem. Do we know our position, man or woman? And that's gonna be the next topic. What is your position as a man? What is your position as a woman? Because I don't know. I hate the biblical ways, and we know we way past those days. Women got a lot more rights out here. You got women actually leading the church these days. So it's different times, So what
don't
is
tell Ron Hunt.
Yeah. Don't let Ron know. He don't play by that.
No, nobody cares.
Y'all want that? Let us know. Until then, we're gonna jam out to my man Rico, man. This good vibes only. Before we get up.
Good vibes only.
So we need that in the Black community. Good vibes only.
Oh, great show.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. To the kings and queens.
Hell yeah. Look at Kenny. He know about that hell yeah. He talking about hell yeah.
Hell yeah, son.
It's Friday, y'all.
Said it all.
Definitely see y'all again, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. A lot of y'all just got in a little late. We up to like 2 views now. It's great. We out. Still calm. Appreciate that, Trey. We'll see you in the back room, man. We'll see you in the mix, man.
I woke up feeling fresh, feeling blessed in the best mood. Want you to have a good day like Ice Cube. Watch that energy. Watch how you reply. So feel
hey.
Don't let them blow your homie, how we ride, homie, hey. Look at what's good vibration. I woke up sight, soul smiling, ready to get this day moving. Alarm clock went off, but I ain't snoozing. Or losing sleep over what could make me go nuts. Call me celibate today, cause I'm giving up none. What the I rolled up, yeah, I'm on that. Got so buzzed, my ancestors called a contact. Meditated, medicated, then I threw my prayers up.